Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julissa and I'm here to give you some HR advice for millennial. Today's video is actually a topic that someone suggested during my first video, and that is how to gauge company culture during the interview. So I have 5 questions that you can ask to help gauge company culture up next. Keep on watching. Okay, so the first question to ask to gauge the company culture is, how long have you been here? Easy question, but it helps you determine the turnover rate. So if you're in that room and everybody else in there has only been there for a year or 2 years or less, that's usually not a good sign. That usually indicates high turnover. And high turnover can be due to a lot of things, but generally, those places that people have been at for 3, 5, 10 years, that's usually a good sign, because what that tells me is, one, that people actually want to work there, that people actually want to stay there, and that somehow these people have been able to grow in their careers in this one company. So that also tells me is that they are putting resources towards staff development and professional development, and provide opportunities for growth in that organization. Now, if the company is a startup, generally they'll have a lower turnover, and then I think there are some industries where that turnover is kind of standard, but generally the higher turnover, the more people actually want to work there. So that's definitely a great question to start with to help gauge company culture. Question number 2 that you can ask that will help you gauge company culture is, what's the dress code here? So again, this varies on industry, because there are some industries, like I think banking and maybe law, where it's very conservative. But in other industries, if they allow you to dress however you want, or they allow you to dress business casual, more on the casual side, and you know that that's a fit for you, generally those type of work environments, one, will encourage you to bring your authentic self to work, which I think is key to finding the best workplace for you. But 2, those are also generally the companies that have fun company perks, like bring your dog to work day, or they may be serving Starbucks coffee, who knows, or they may have fun things for employees. So that's a great question to determine how to gauge company culture. And if they're more conservative, doesn't mean that they don't also provide these perks for companies, but that to me tells me it's more of a high pressure work environment, and they want you to dress up, and it's harder to feel comfortable in your authentic self when you're having to dress up, unless that's you in these work environments. Okay, the next question to help you gauge the company culture during the interview is, what was your department's biggest challenge, and what did you learn from that challenge? So this question, to me, if for those people out there that are dating, I think you can understand this. When you're dating, okay, hear me out. Hear me out just a little before you guys are like, girl, what is you doing? Hear me out. So when you're dating, you're getting to know someone, and one of the questions that pop up are, what happened in your last relationship? How did it end? And generally, if that person is talking trash about their ex, or saying it was all the ex fault, they were awful, oh, they did this, they did that, what that tells me is that they're taking zero responsibility or accountability for their part in the ending of a relationship, and that's usually not a good thing. Same thing applies here, is if they are talking negatively about the people that they had, or maybe they're trying to scapegoat, they're saying, oh, well, we didn't have the right people on the bus, we had people who had no idea what they're doing, we had people that were incompetent, that's generally not a good sign that they're a good, positive work environment, because they're not able to take ownership of any of those issues. So a good answer, or what you're looking for in that type of situation, is, we did not provide enough resources to help our staff succeed. We did not hire enough people. We grew too fast. What we learned is we need the right people. What we learned is we need to provide more training and development to our staff members. So you're looking for them to take accountability of those challenges. So that's something that's very important. Okay, so the next question to help you determine company culture during interview is, how do you measure success and for how long, and what metrics are used? I have been in many situations where managers had so many expectations for their staff, but they could not communicate them to their staff. And so what we found, or what I found, is then the staff would not succeed. And it wasn't a fault of the staff. I would say that's a management error because they did not make their expectations clear, they didn't make them realistic, and they didn't make them timely. So what you want to look for in this answer is, we are looking for this person to develop a rapport, or we're looking for this person to accomplish this project in 1 year, and how we're going to determine it is by, how the success rate by da da da. We're looking for this person to increase recruitment of diversity staff members, within the next 90 days. Increase it to 5% within the next 90 days, and that will be success for us in this position or with that project. So those are the type of answers that you're looking for with that question, because you definitely want to make sure that you're going into a situation that you're going to succeed. You want to make sure that the manager has clear expectations. They've stated those expectations. They've also stated how long they expect that, or how long they expect those goals to be met. And then they're also going to let you know what metrics. So if you get a job offer, you already have a foot in, because you already know immediately what are the things you need to start focusing on. And the last question that I have that will help you gauge company culture during an interview is, are you able to show me around? That does a few things. One, it shows them that you're interested. That shows them that you're actually interested. You want to take a look at where you potentially will be looking. And sometimes they actually offer this on their own. I've been in a lot of interviews where they'll just go ahead and just show you around, just so you can get a feel for the environment. Those organizations that want to take you around, that's usually a good sign. It means they have nothing to hide. They want you to see where you'd be working, and they want to make sure that it's going to be a good fit for you. Now, when you're looking around, some things to take into consideration is it quiet? Is no one talking? Is there pressure? Does everyone look unhappy? That's probably not a good sign. But if people look jovial, they look like they're working hard, but they're also, they're getting stuff done, and it looks like a welcoming environment. And then also, what do the break rooms look like? Is there color? Are there core values? Or are there pictures everywhere? Could you see yourself working there? Those are things that are very important that will help gauge the company culture during the interview. So that's it, friends. That's all I have for you. Those were the top 5 questions to ask during an interview to help gauge company culture. If you have any other topics, this topic actually came from the comments section. So yes, I do be reading them. So make sure that you give me some ideas, because my goal here is to help you all. So make sure that you subscribe. I love making these type of videos. If you love the content, if you love this video, make sure to hit that like, and make sure you watch for my next video. See you then. Bye.